Officially 2025, and everybody's saying the exact same thing. It's gonna be new year, near me. But a lot of people still fail year in and year out when it comes to their weight loss resolution goals. What we're gonna cover is the two main things why the average person fail and why in 2025, you're actually going to fix this issue once and for all.
Hey guys,
My name's Michelle.
Anita, Sarah, Peyton, Talia, Jazz,
Marquita.
I'm a physique.
Period. You love to see.
You already know what this is. It is Dr.Trehunna from Physique. So a lot of my clients join my program after they tried to lose the weight, but they are never successful. So what I'm gonna give you for free is the two main reasons why you probably wasn't able to hit your goal weight yet, but why in 2025, I'm gonna make sure that you hit it. Guaranteed. Tip number one, the main thing that you need to fix when it comes to you actually seeing the scale drop daily is your diet. A lot of people think, in order for me to lose weight, I got to put on my brand new cute outfit, I gotta lace up my sneakers, and I gotta hit the pavement. I gotta hit the ground running day in and day out. Believe it or not, when it comes to you losing weight, the hierarchy is nutrition, then sleep, then working out. But we was taught all our life, in order for you to lose weight, you gotta work out, then make sure you put the right things in your mouth, then sleep. As you can see, there's a lot of cognitive dissonance in the fitness space. And that's why a lot of my clients realize that once we reverse it, they're seeing the scale drop more because they actually got their hormones more intact. You see, when you're working out every single day, but you're not putting in the right type of nutrients inside your body, it's kind of like you have brand new oil in your car, but no gas in it. Is the car gonna go anywhere? No, not at all. The same thing applies with your body. If you are moving your body, right? But at the end of the day, you're not giving your body the right type of nutrients so you can get the right type of hormonal response. You're not going to see the scale drop, period. I don't care if you burned 500 calories in the gym. I don't care if you did a high intensity interval training class and you burned 700 calories. If you are coming home just to eat some donuts or McDonald's, or you're not tracking exactly what's going inside your body, every single time on average, you're going to be underreporting how many calories you're eating on a daily basis. So that's why the average person who is trying to count calories, they don't really lose weight. And the main reason why is they always undermining how much calories they are eating, and they always think they burn way more calories than they actually did. So you need to find a sustainable diet that you can do day in and day out. So one tip that I give to my clients, which is the best tip I can give to you, is make sure you are prioritizing protein.
Well, Trey, I do eat my eggs and I do have some salmon at night. I drink my protein shake.
What I want you to do instead is make sure that at least 60% of your meal is protein based every single day and every single meal. So all of my clients, no matter if they decide to have a yogurt or decide to eat out, every single meal is protein based, which means that they physically know that every ingredient that they have inside this meal has more protein in it than carbs or fat. Another thing that you need to pay attention to is not demonizing food. So when you grow up in a generation where you're hearing that keto is great, why? Because you're cutting out carbs, and oh, all carbs are bad for you and you're just gonna pass out and die if you have gluten, you start to think that, wow, is this really going to be sustainable for me? Because I actually like carbs, right? But at the end of the day, it's not the carbs that is the issue. Believe it or not, you can have carbs on this program and you can have carbs to lose weight. It's the quality of the carb that we're picking up. That is the issue. So when you look at something like Quaker Oats, boom. A lot of my clients love oatmeal, and we was all taught that oatmeal is healthy. Believe it or not, oatmeal is healthy. But now when you pay attention to the label that I'm showing right here, you're going to realize that the percentage in the carb category is way higher than the protein and the fat. Now, carbs are not bad for you, but what carbs tell your body to do is to store energy, which means that your body is now in a storage state. So if your body's in a storage state, should you expect the scale to drop as much? No. So all the fitness influencers and all the people who's trying to cut weight, even bodybuilders, right? So they get paid for this. When they are trying to put on weight, guess what? They have a little bit more carbs. They keep the protein at the exact same number. When they're trying to lose weight, guess what? They keep the protein number at the same, they cut the carbs, and they cut down some of the fats as well. So at the end of the day, if you was paying attention, you're going to realize that protein is the most important macronutrient if you're trying to recomposition your body. But now if you're trying to lose fat, you still want to keep the protein high because you want to make sure you're keeping your curves, right? And you want to make sure you're keeping your muscle, but you got to drop off some of the other macronutrient. And in this case, it's going to be carbs. Make sure you have more of your carbs coming from a color of the rainbow. You can have more tomatoes. You can have more carrots. Believe it or not, you can have a little bit more sweet potato than a white potato. Because if it's white, that means it has less vitamins, less minerals, less flavonoids, and less polyphenols. The color in every single vegetable that you're picking up is going to give you a benefit in something. For instance, when it's orange, you're going to get a little bit more beta carotene. If it's red, they got more anthocyanins in it, and these are good for antioxidants. So that means you're going to be a little bit more healthier. When they're more purple, then guess what? It's going to help your brain. When it's more green, you're going to get a little bit more sulforaphane, little things like that. So you want to ultimately have more color in your diet, opposed to more white. If it's white, it's not right. And a white man taught me that. All right. So less breads, less rice, unless you get the protein-based rice. Boom. As you can see, that is Kaizen rice. Now, this is a grain, but it is protein-based because they manipulated this rice. Get this over more white rice, the rice that we grew up on every single day. Have more protein on your plate. Have more carbs coming from actual, real whole foods that got color to it. Have less processed carbs. If you look at the ingredient list and you see at least 10 to 15 different ingredients, you don't want as much carbs coming from this, because now that is 15 different reasons why you might stall on the scale because your body doesn't agree with it. Does that make sense? So have more whole foods. You're going to start seeing the scale drop just a little bit more. Now, part 2. Make sure you are not drinking your calories. A lot of people like to drink protein shake as a supplement with hopes of losing weight. If you are relying on protein shake as your main source of protein, that is an issue within itself. So what you need to start focusing on is having more protein that is coming from actual whole foods. And you should have at least 100 grams of protein per day, ladies. So if you're having breakfast, don't just settle with 2 eggs. Have at least 3 to 4 eggs.
Well, Trey, I cannot finish all those eggs.
Cool. Now you can take the eggs that you already cooked and have it a part of your very next meal. So you're not wasting anything. And at the end of the day, because you're getting your protein intake up, you're going to keep more of your curves, which means you're going to get more of that tone defined look, opposed of you looking like you're shriveling and you have loose skin. That's because you are losing muscle while losing weight. The whole name of the game is to lose fat, not weight. That's what my program focuses on, and that's what all my clients focus on. But in order for you to do that, you have to have an adequate amount of protein intake. A lot of people do not understand that when we're drinking, we're not really considering calories coming from that. So if you're somebody who naturally like to drink a smoothie, but a smoothie has about 400 to 500 calories in it, right? People do not think,
oh, I'm using this smoothie as a meal replacement.
You're having this smoothie to hold you over for the meal that you're about to have in an hour. So you might as well just go ahead and take the same calories that you was going to have in that smoothie and use it towards a meal. A lot of women say they're not big eaters, but that's because they're having a lot of snacks throughout the day, so they don't have an appetite for the meal. So keep majority of your calories coming from your meal. Then if you're getting a Coke, get a Coke Zero. Do not drink smoothies. If you really want that, all that fruits that's inside the smoothie, how about you eat it? That way you're staying satiated. That way you're getting the fiber from these fruits as well. Now you're going to start seeing the scale drop more because you're not over consuming calories as much. So once again, people only snack when they are hungry, on average. So if you're eating more meals or more nutrient dense meals, you're not going to be as hungry. It's really that simple. Tip number 3 is please do not be the person in the gym trying to be a hero, and now you're doing 5 miles a day on the treadmill knowing that you haven't ran 5 miles all last year. All right. So a lot of people just go too hard in the gym out the gate. What I want you to do is get 1% better. Take it day by day. Today was the first day I lifted weights all year. So I did not go as hard as I usually do. Now, once I start getting an emotion to things, now I'm gonna start making my workouts a little bit harder. I want you to have the exact same mindset when you're working out, especially if you're somebody who hasn't been working out or haven't stepped foot in the gym all year round. So instead of you saying, you know what, I'm gonna do 2 miles on the treadmill, let's start off with 1. Instead of you saying, you know what, I'm gonna go and run on speed 5 on that treadmill, let's do 3. Let's just walk for the whole hour or two. And now you're getting into the swing of things, and now you're at less risk of injury. A lot of people stop going to the gym because of two things. They are too sore, and they hate how they feel after a workout, and they drag, and they're like,
oh man, I can't be dragging my feet all day long because I got to attend work tomorrow.
And a lot of people just go too hard in the gym, and because they're going too hard, they mess around and actually get injured, you know? So just take your time. The name of the game when you're in the gym is stimulate, do not annihilate. So believe it or not, if you leave in the gym and the very next day you are sore, you kind of went too hard for what your body can technically endure as of right now. Go a little bit lighter and just focus on a little bit more reps. And now you're going to see that I'm getting the exact same benefit without the soreness. I don't leave the gym and I'm never sore the very next day. But because I am not sore, right? And you might be quote unquote working harder than me, I'm able to attend the gym more days out the week than you. So that means I'm getting more repetition in my workout, which means I'm gonna grow faster than you because I'm working out smarter, not harder. Don't go to the hardest of your ability in the gym. You want to always leave some reps in the tank. Maybe go about 70% of what you're able to do. That way, you're feeling good the very next day. You're happy with the principle that you worked out yesterday. And because you're not sore and you're not dragging your feet, you know what? I think I can go to the gym today. That's how you want to feel, opposed to you dreading the gym because your whole entire body is sore. Hopefully y'all learned something today. Once again, in order for you to really change your body composition, I would really advise for you to get a coach or follow a program. A lot of people like the camaraderie when they're losing weight. And you just need an accountability partner for some. So what I would advise you to do is definitely find a program where you're not doing it and you're not left out on the island, but also find a coach, because ultimately, if you're doing the same thing wrong over and over again, a coach is going to be able to see that before you because you're just living your life. You're not thinking you're not doing anything wrong. Because believe it or not, once again, there's no bad food on this earth. Question is, what is your goal? If you join my program and you was trying to gain weight, guess what? I'll say have more bread, have more rice, have more potatoes, have more sweet potatoes. If you join my program, you're trying to lose weight, guess what I'm gonna tell you to have less of? Have less bread, have less rice, have less sweet potatoes, have less potatoes. So question is, what is your goal at the time? There's no such thing as bad food. And that's why you should probably work with a nutritionist. So if you're somebody who's actually interested in really changing their physique this year and you're still looking for a program to attend, I'm taking in about 4 to 5 new people by the end of January. What I'd love you to do is click the link below, quiz.physiquereset.com. If you qualify, I'll go ahead and give you my program 40% off. Cool? Whatever you do, just remember, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. If you're not very consistent, you should not expect for you to get any outcome that you really want, because you have to stay consistent. I cannot water a seed for only 1 week at a time and expect to grow a tree. I gotta water it every single day. And think of your body the same way. Cool? Talk to you soon.